Hey guys, it's Jess again. Today we're going to talk about five. We're going to talk about 5 products that I was kind of late to the party on buying. I thought this was fun. I saw Kelly Gooch do this, and I will link her video on her channel. She has such fun original ideas on her channel if you're wanting just kind of a fresh update to your subscription feed. She's a great one to subscribe to. I love her channel and I love her. Anyway, so she originally did this and I thought that is such a fun idea. Just talking about products that maybe were already around for a while that other people were already talking about, and for one reason or another, I just kind of dragged my feet on buying, and then I finally bought. And so I'm going to share my thoughts on them. Do I think it was worth it in the end or not, etc. So let's dive in. So the first thing I was really late to the party on was really anything from Morphe. I feel like a lot of you guys have felt where I'm like, anytime anyone's like, Morphe, code, I'm like, okay. So finally, however, they came to Ulta and I was like, okay, now I'm going to buy some stuff. I don't think I'd literally bought anything. That's not true. I bought some Morphe brushes on Hotlook because they were like 50% off. But anyway, their Continuous Setting Mist. I was intrigued that it was an aerosol can. It does feel really nice. I do think it helps my makeup stay on a little bit longer. And what I do like about it is I don't have to worry about getting like those little dots on my face because this is such an even mist. I've realized the more and more I've tried different setting mists, the more problems I've had with that where, okay, you got to shake it up perfectly or else you're going to get little white dots and like just weird stuff that's been happening with different brands, different nozzles. But this I haven't had that problem with. So I will say I'm glad I bought it. I could see myself buying it again. Again, I just said again twice. That was weird. I'm hungry. Let me go get a snack. Had to reapply my lip color because I had a granola bar and it was delicious. Okay, next thing that I waited far too long. Let's go ahead and talk about what's on my lips. Everyone had already like talked about and moved on from the Lancome. What are they? Juicy shakers. Oh, these are their matte shakers. But any of those shakers. I had seen videos on, I never really watched them, and sometimes I'd catch them like someone would talk about them in a favorites video, and I don't really know what took me so long to buy them, but then they were on sale, and I was like, let's go ahead and snag those. So I snagged 3 of them. I got Energy Peach, which that's what's on my lips, and then I have, Cherry Leader, and I like to mauve it. So let me swatch these. I like to peach. Okay. If you don't know about them, which you probably do, because again, I was so late to the game, but you shake them up and it kind of gets onto the little sponge applicator in here. And they're just, whoa. I was going to say they're kind of, I don't know, they're fun to apply, but they kind of feel balmy and stain-like, which I like. But they're not like a thick liquid lipstick. So it's a really cool combo. So this is I like to mauve it. I haven't really used this one, to be honest. Like, I think maybe I have. It's, I dipped it. That doesn't do anything. You gotta shake it, Jess. That's why it's called a shaker. But it's a really pretty kind of purpley tone. But I have to shake it even more because it's really not coming across like super pigmented. But it is. It can be, that is. Anyway, but that's a really different kind of a color. And then this red one I've worn a few times, Cherry Leader. It kind of gives me like a watermelon stain on my lips, which I like. You know that kind of, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I really like these. It's a thin formula. They last pretty darn well. I don't think they're going to last all day and not start to look weird. They do start to look weird like most lip products do, but they're small enough to throw into your purse and they're just kind of a fun, different way to apply. So I don't really know what took me so long. I think I figured I don't get it. Like, I don't know. I felt like it was kind of pointless, but now that I've tried them, I'm like, actually, it is kind of a different formula though. So they're not completely pointless. They're kind of their own thing. So this next one is from NARS and it's their eyeshadow base. And this is something that I remember like back in old school days. Sorry, Pinocchio's exiting the room. Back in old school YouTube days, I feel like a lot of people use this. And back then I couldn't afford it. And then now I'm like, well, I can afford it, but do I really want it? Well, I finally tried it. And it was exactly as I expected. It was fine. It's not bad by any means. It definitely does its job. It's kind of comes across as like a white base, but it becomes translucent and it's sort of sticky. It kind of fills in the lines on your eyes before you put eyeshadow on. It's very just run-of-the-mill standard eyeshadow primer. And so I think that's why I was like, I'm kind of cleaning it as we talk. And I feel like that's why I knew it would be like that. And so when I finally got it and tried it, I was like, yep, that's exactly what it's like. feel like eye primers, you can find amazing ones at the drugstore. Let me pull out some faves. For example, the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer, or really this is even better. It's the Catrice Prime and Fine eyeshadow base, and it's brightening. It's also a little bit white, but I think it's actually, it doesn't go completely translucent, and so I think it makes eyeshadows even brighter than they actually are. So I would say go for the Catrice. The NARS one's not worth the money. So the next one is the Modern Renaissance palette. And I don't remember exactly how long it was out before I finally bought it. I know why I didn't buy this initially. It's because when I look at these colors, even today, I'm like, I'm probably not gonna wear those pinks or the orange or the red. So I finally bought it because I was like, I'm tired of hearing about it. This is my job after all, to review products. And this is one a lot of you guys had asked my opinion on, and I had no opinion on it. So I finally bit the bullet and bought it. And I think this was the first Anastasia palette I ever bought. Yeah, it had to have been. Well, it's amazing. And here's the reality. I don't really use the pink and the orange, but I love this side of the palette so much that it makes it worth it. So I really do like Anastasia shadows. What I like about it is their shimmers are just the right consistency where they're not so shimmery, it's like, whoa, but they're not so like thin and not shimmery. I don't know. It's like the perfect formula where it looks exactly as you hope it looks on your eyes. And that's what I think is amazing about it. And you don't really need a special primer with it or anything. It just looks beautiful the way it is. The mattes blend perfectly. I love that you've got like a yellow blending color. There's kind of this lighter orange, but then there's also this kind of cool pink grayish one. And then there's warm taupe. Like it literally has everything I could ever want and then some. And so in the end, I ended up loving it. I really do love this palette. Now, if I were to recommend a singular Anastasia palette, I would recommend the Soft Glam palette. I can put a picture of it on the screen. That one, if you're kind of like me, I really do like neutrals more. Don't let this eye look fool you. I really do like neutrals more, so that's just one that I reach for more, but I love this palette, so I shouldn't have waited so long. And the last one that I waited a little while on was the Tarte Chrome Paints. To be honest, when I heard of these, I thought, what? Like, it's just a pressed pigment. What's so special about it? But there's something about their glittery ones that it's like, they really are amazing. This is the shade Top Yacht. It's the only one I currently own. And they stick so well to primer, so you end up with no fallout. So for me, I don't feel like I have to do my eye look first when I use these for fear of fallout, because if I put really any semi-sticky primer, it sticks to it so well. Whereas I feel like even with my L'Oreal Infallible ones, I love those. And I do think these are totally dupes for each other. But I do feel like I need to be a little bit more careful with those, that they don't stick quite as well as this does. I don't know what in the world they have in this formula. I do want to get other shades, but I'm like, do I really need them? Because again, the L'Oreal Infallible shadows are just as good. Like I said, maybe these are slightly better, but it's so slight that it's like, do I really need to spend 20-something dollars on one more? But isn't this so gorgeous? I feel like every time we're like going out, like maybe to dinner or something, I always want to wear this because it's like my going out shadow. So those are my 5 products that I waited a long time to buy. I was like way after, I like didn't hop on the bandwagon right off the bat for one reason or another. If you want to do this kind of video, I tag all of you guys to do it. Let me know if you do it. Tweet me, Instagram me, whatever. Let me know. I would love to watch it because I think it's just kind of fun. And other than that, I hope you'll subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.